Good evening, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Yes.
Sir, principal, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We can start.
Yeah, yes.
அந்த மேல
Good evening to everybody gathered here. On behalf of IMC College of Relation, I welcome one and all for the 8th International Yoga Day. And let us start. As said by Jesus Christ, concentration, if therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. It's said by Jesus Christ. So relevantly, Jesus Christ has quoted about the concentration. So let us start the program with a prayer. I request Dr. Veda ma'am to start the prayer. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ambassador. All hymns declares the glory of the risen Lord. Who can compare? Who reconcile man to God? Forever you will be the Lamb upon the throne. I gladly bow the knee and I worship you, Lord. வானம் போற்றும் உயிர்த்தெழுந்த கர்த்தரை ஈடற்றவர் அழகில் மேன்மை உள்ளவர் சிங்காசனத்திலே விற்றாளும் ராஜனே பணிந்து போற்றியே உம்மை வாழ்த்திடுவோம். Dear Father in heaven, I come to you in Jesus' name, O Lord. I commit today's program in your mighty hands, O Lord. Lead us, guide us, give us good strength and knowledge to do your will, O God. We meet together in an effort to build community. We seek the patience of one another as we strive to learn and grow and the stamina to make a difference in our state, nation, and world. We express our thanks for the gifts of life and for the food that we are about to partake of. Help us engage in meaning discussion of today's program, O Lord. Allow us grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community, O Lord. Thank you for our wonderful institution, O Lord. You have brought us here again to the new beginning of an academic year in your abundance grace, O Lord. We specially pray for today's chief guest, Dr. A.M. Murthy sir, Dr. Hilungovan sir, Dr. Parani sir. Give them good strength and bless their family, O Lord. Bless our correspondent, executive secretary, principal, AO sir, teaching staff and non-teaching staff. Bless us today's session without any hindrance and any network issues, O Lord. Be with us, all of us. We embark on this new academic year. In Jesus' name we pray, O Father. Amen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Now, I like to call upon our principal. Before that, few words I would like to say that as he put up in the WhatsApp profile, knowledge and health. Yes, he is maintaining both. At the same time, he is a very good editor. And more than that, he is well-known person all over India by academician as well as his athletic career. Now I welcome our principal. I'll request him to give a welcome speech. Sir, please.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Today's chief guest, Professor A. Murthy, former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, and currently working as the Director of Sports Medicine and Yoga, Sri Balaji Medical College and Hospital. A guest of honor, Professor R. Ilankovan, former Head of Department of Yoga, Tamil Nadu Sports University. Currently, he is working Professor and Head Faculty of Yoga, Science and Therapy, Meenakshi Academy of Higher Education and Research, YMCA College Correspondent and Secretary, Mr. J. Benjamin Franklin, Administrator, Mr. Rajiv George, Executive Secretary, Mr. J. Moses, Resource Person, Dr. Palaniswamy Gopalakrishnan, Yoga Acharya and Yoga Ceremony Awardee, Hong Kong, Organizing Secretary of this International Yoga Celebration, Dr. Ponnan Brazu, other purposes, college teaching and non-teaching staff of YMCA College, scholars, students and friends. Very good evening to everyone, those who are presented in this online platform. First of all, I welcome all the guest participants and delegates from India and abroad to this International Yoga Day celebration. I wish you a happy and peaceful International Yoga Day to everyone. International Yoga Day was officially started in 2015 by the genuine effort made by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and it is celebrated every year on 21st of June. We all know all these things. The declaration was done after the call by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the United Nations General Assembly, I think on 27th of September in 2014, during his address to the United Nations General Assembly. Yoga, yoga is a beautiful physical, mental, and spiritual practices that is accepted by more than 200 countries in the globe. It is related to making a healthy body and a healthy mind. It's a beautiful exercising practice that links the soul to nature and keeps fit and active. It is very rich and highly complex tradition. We can say yoga is a proud of India. The practice of yoga is gaining worldwide appreciation and popularity nowadays. People all over the world are moving towards practicing yoga for having a healthy life. You know very well, everybody started talking about physical fitness, physical activity, and immunity because of COVID-19 and some other viruses. So this is the right time. During that time, many people started yoga practices, not only in India, across the globe. And many people started yoga centers because of stress. They don't know how to overcome the stress, how to tackle the stress. Many young children were committed suicide, even during this pandemic situation, during lockdown period, because of stress. So they found out asanas and yoga practices, not only asanas, yoga practices is the best remedy to relax themselves, their mind, for peaceful life. Yoga is medicine that has the power to cure any diseases of the universe. That is found out by many studies, that is found out by many research centers, even those which cannot be cured by the prescription of doctor. Yoga can make a cure. Including yoga in everyday life is one of the healthiest practices people can ever make. So I think our duty to practice yoga is a contribution made by India to the world. So we are celebrating Yoga Day. YMCA College is also celebrating Yoga Day. It's our duty, because this is what we are given to the world. This is our pride. Yoga is our pride. Fortunately, we have an outstanding person with us as chief guest, Professor A. Moti. Our people will introduce him very elaborately lately. So I'm not going to explain about him. He is a former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Sports University. So outstanding person. He is my guru. We can say he is my guru. And he is a guru of 1,000 people, 1,000 research scholars. It's an outstanding person and admirable person. Professor Moti. The name is more than enough to understand. And currently he's working as the director, sports medicine and yoga, Sri Balaji Medical College and Hospital, Chennai. Sir,
Thank you.
on behalf of YMCA College
Thank you.
and those who gathered here, we welcome you, sir, to this great event.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Our guest of honor is also an outstanding person who was the head of the Department of Yoga, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. Moreover, he guided many people, many students, hundreds of people he have guided. And even now he is guiding many people how to start yoga, how to maintain fitness. Right now he is working as a faculty of yoga and yoga science and therapy, Meenakshi Academy of Higher Education Research. He is none other than Professor R. Ilankovan. Sir, we welcome you, sir, to this International Yoga celebration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our resource person, he is also an outstanding person. He is an awardee of Yoga Ceremony and Yoga Acharya. Dr. Palanisamy Gopalakrishnan. He is attending from Congo. Sir, as a resource person, we welcome you to this International Yoga Day celebration of YMCA College. I welcome our organizing secretary and a hard worker, Dr. Ponnan Brasu, to this officially, unofficially we can say, officially or unofficially, I welcome organizing secretary to this program. I welcome college officials, college correspondent and secretary, Mr. Benjamin Franklin, administrator Raju George, executive secretary, Mr. Moses, who are the pillars and backbone of this college. I welcome all the college officials to this International Yoga celebration. I welcome all the people, college, YMCA college faculties, other delegates from different colleges and universities, research colleges and friends. I welcome all the people, those who are gathered in this platform to this International Yoga celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your beautiful welcome note. Now I request our administrative officer and estate manager, Mr. Rajiv Judge, sir, to say a few words about this International Yoga Day. Sir, please. Sir, Rajiv, sir. It's not there. Yeah, I think some network issue to Rajiv, sir. Now I request our executive secretary, Moses, sir, to say a few words about this International Yoga Day. Sir, please.
So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share a few words of my thoughts, which is totally related to yoga and its practices. Actually, it correlates with the concept of YMCA. YMCA actually shapes a human person as a wholesome personality. It trains a human being in the aspects of body, mind, and spirit. So the same thing which when we adopt the yoga, celebrating Yoga Day, I think we should remember that we are concentrating the power of God, which is inbuilt us, so that we'll be able to contribute to the development of the society. It's one of the very, very useful program which is being implemented, and I congratulate Dr. George Abraham and Dr. Ponnaras for organizing this program, and I'm so overwhelmed with joy and happiness and proud to see the eminent personalities who are here present at this occasion. So Thank you for this opportunity. And YMCA and the concept of yoga is sailing together, and it will be an appropriate for YMCA College of Physical Education to start YMCA Yoga College in the forthcoming days. Congratulations to all the participants. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable speech. Thank you, sir. Now, may I call upon our college librarian, Dr. Prabhu, to present the chief guest introduction speech. Sir, please.
Good evening to all. Happy International Yoga Day. I am here to introduce today chief guest. I am very delighted and honored to introduce our today's chief guest. Is none other than Professor A.M. Murthy, and he has very good adjective like a good teacher, an eminent scholar and writer, and a good leader. Sir is presently occupying a director position in the Department of Sports Medicine and Yoga, Sri Balaji Medical College and Hospital, Chennai. Sir is the former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. Sir is the former UGC Physical Education Committee and panel member in New Delhi. Sir is the NAPS Committee, National Association of Physical Education and Sports Committee member, New Delhi. And Sir is also NCT Committee, Bangalore. And Sir is the Ayush All India Yoga Committee member. And Sir is being acted as a subject expert at various universities across Tamil Nadu and India. And he's carrying a lot of projects in the government of Tamil Nadu as well as India. And he's also one of the selection committee member throughout all universities in India. And he is instrumental in establishing various yoga colleges across Tamil Nadu and other parts of India. I'm very happy to invite you as to deliver the secret address at this juncture, sir. I welcome you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Start பண்ணலாமா?
Yes, sir.
அகர முதல் எழுத்தெல்லாம் ஆதி பகவன் முதற்றே உலர். It's a great pleasure, privilege for me to be a chief guest for the YMCA, great institute, where the Dr. Hari Grove Buck started first time in India. Most respected chairman and respected correspondent, and all management administrators and other members of the faculties, teaching and non-teaching staff, my friend Professor Abraham, principal, and my best scholar, Dr. Pon Anbarasu, and other eminent speakers like Dr. Ilangovan, Dr. Palani Sami, Kobala Krishnan, and others who are participating. Everybody, good evening to one and all. My dear friends, everybody talks today. What is the 8th International Yoga Day? Our Prime Minister announced it's a humanity day. What is a humanity? Yoga is a way of life. Every day we practice yoga. It is not necessarily separate instructor. When you go, when you walk, when you talk, everything is a neurological science. It involves our brain. Whatever you do it, whatever you talk, that's what yoga says, 8 angas. That is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, samadhi, like that. So what we call it, when you change modification in your life, daily routine, everybody. I used to talk to your YMCA administrator and principal. You are all doing hard work. Why can't you change your way of approach? Why do you sit here? Just you meditate sometimes. Your correspondent also, just once I met, I told them. So what today, we also celebrated, the people are more stressed. Today NMC, you know, Medical Council has introduced yoga is a compulsory subject for the intern practice. 20 days they have to practice. And not only that one, then PG course, they have to write an examination like that. Then only they will get a degree for MD, MS and all the things. Today, yesterday, our Vice Chancellor, our chairman, including everybody is practicing, they introduced They are going to introduce elective subject as a yoga. It's a treatment part of it. So such a way yoga is coming here. Today, all are celebrating 75th independence. We got it that way. 75 countries are practicing yoga today. We must thank our Prime Minister who made it possible to do this one. Our culture, Indian culture, the YMCA Hari Guru Bhakt days onwards, yoga started. This has gone to all over the world. People are liking now. There is no religion at all. The people say this, no, not at all. Yoga is no religion. Everybody can practice. You may be a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, anybody. But yoga is, I will always tell, yoga siddha vritti nirodha. That means your body and mind, which unite together, it takes you to the higher and higher. That's what yoga is. You must two things very importantly you have to remember. When you practice yoga, your mind and body will unite together. You will concentrate all your work. You may be anybody. You may be a sports person. You may be a scientist. You may be a doctor. See, a doctor, when you are not concentrating, you cannot operate anything properly. That's way, when concentration is very, very important for all the things. The people are now, where to go for the concentration? Only yoga. You take any medicine. When you take medicine, immediate side effect. That's why I'm telling you, you must have a practice everyday yoga. Yoga means not asana. Somebody told just now, asana is not yoga. It has got pranayama. So many things. Yoga is a vast. But daily, at least 10 minutes when you practice, simple asana, pranayama, even the people misconception. See, after 2 years or 8 years, no. Even after 2 years, you can practice yoga. Child, up to 100 years, you practice. You can recently have seen that 100-year person from foreign countries are practicing yoga. That means everybody can practice. Yoga is not mainly physical alone. Even when you talk about truly non-stealing things, when you breach, which I can like some of the people talk about, that itself is a yoga. My dear friends, I know the YMCA, a pioneer in physical education, and also I'm extremely happy the management who wanted to start the yoga college coming academic year. You must start, and not only that one, the publics are coming in the morning and evening. You can start the health aspect of the people. They are walking. They can practice yoga, after that they can walk. Like that you can start. The people are aware of it. The people can get health. And the people are not getting sleep today. The people, most of the students, physical education, I will talk when the physical education, YMCA are organizing all the physical education teachers and students. Previously, when they practice hard work, they take nice food, they will sleep. YMCA food is the topmost food in the olden days. When I was a stop, the people who like to come all over the college from city, they will come into YMCA college. Today, the people are taking, but they cannot sleep. 3 things yoga teaches you: sleep well, concentrate well, then your health will come automatically. My dear, yoga is a vast subject. If I talk too much, it may not be boring, but there are many good speakers are there. They will talk. Once again, I must thank the management, the principal, the staff, faculty, especially my scholar, Pun Anbarasu. I always call Anbu. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. It's a really excellent speech which you have been given here. Really, we all got motivated by your chief guest address. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now your e-certificate is ready. Now over to Jackson, sir. Sir, please.
Good evening to all. Now it's
Yes,
time,
good evening, sir. Yes.
now it's time to honor our chief guest, Dr. A.M. Murthy. On behalf of YMCA College, we would like to present this e-certificate to our chief guest. Sir, really your presence made us a colorful event. And I thank and congratulate our management principal and the organizing secretary for arranging an opt person as a chief guest. So this is a wonderful event in our program and our curriculum. So I congratulate the organizing secretary and the rest of the people for initiating this kind of event. And really proud and fortunate for me to present this e-certificate to my teacher. Sir, please kindly accept this e-certificate on behalf of IMSA College. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Dr. Johnson, sir, to give a keynote speaker introduction speech. Sir, please.
Good evening, all of you. I wish you a happy Yoga Day. I'd like to introduce the keynote address person, Dr. R. Ilangovan, Professor and Head, the Faculty of Yoga Science and Therapy, Meenakshi Academy of Higher Education Research, Chennai. He is a very known person in the field of physical education and in the field of yoga. I gone through his biodata. I think it is not time to read out the entire paper. I think it's time consuming, but we are eagerly waiting to listen the keynote address by our beloved Sir Dr. R. Ilangovan. He put up more than 39 years of service in the school, college and university. And apart from his 39 years of service in the college, school and the university, he put up 33 years of service in the college and university. And he served as the various responsible as a served as a member of VC convener committee, registrar in charge, controller in charge, finance officer in charge, director in charge, distance education, and syndicate member twice, and finance committee member twice, syndicate governing body, steering committee coordinator, NAC, and Tamil Nadu Physical Education. So he during his service, he shouldered so many responsibilities, and purely a grace of God and the coordination of all the members, he completed race in the physical education in Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University. After retirement, he got a very good position because of his commitment, his hard work. God given a good opportunity to be the professor and head faculty of Yoga Science and Therapy in Meenakshi College, Meenakshi Academy of Physical Education, Higher Education. And he produced more than 42 PhDs and 130 MPhil and 290 PG holders. So that kind of such a great person, and then such a great knowledgeable person in the field of physical education and the field of yoga. And he published more than 354 articles, 193 scientific journals, and 161 co-author articles also. And he visited countries also and present so many papers in the yoga. So such a valuable person and knowledgeable person in our midst. I think he is a person for the yoga day to give a keynote address for our one-day workshop on yoga. I really happy, and I thank the management, and I thank the Ponnan person and the principal to select an eminent person as a keynote address. On behalf of the YMCA College of Physical Education, the management, the staff, and the students, and my personal behalf, I give a warm welcome to Dr. R. Ilangovan to present his keynote address in the Yoga Day of YMCA College of Physical Education. Sir, please.
Good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you on this auspicious day. My special thanks to one of my best friends, Johnson, for having introduced me. At the outset, I express my thanks for inviting me. Special appreciations to the YMCA College management, the great administrators, and also the principal, Dr. George Abraham. He is an inexhaustible source of knowledge and wisdom. Dr. George Abraham is the soul of hopes of hundreds and thousands of physical educationists. We feel super proud on him. His contributions are extremely outstanding and unparalleled. He is the pride of our physical education, particularly in India. And our special thanks to all the staff members and students and scholars. Our pranams to today's guests at this August gathering. As you know very well, you have the YMCA College has a very good tradition, not only in physical education, but also in education, and particularly in yoga. Why I am telling H.C. Buck, when he introduced yoga, when he introduced physical education for the first time in India, he made yoga also one of the subjects. So such a great visionary, Buck sir. So I am very happy to be at this YMCA College program. And almost all the members of the staff are very much interested in yoga, very particularly Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Ponnan Barasu, Dr. Komala. So such a lieutenants you are having in YMCA College, particularly in yoga. So I want to share a few things here. The today's topic is yogic practices excel in human longevity, that lifespan. So when you compare the Indians, the lifespan of Indians, in 1947, it was only 31 years. They lived only average lifespan was only 31 years. Now it is around 70 years. And when you compare this longevity, now at present we are having 254 countries in the world. Out of 254 countries, as far as longevity is concerned, we the Indians, our rank is 117. That means 116 countries are far better than India in lifespan. And as far as longevity is concerned, the people living in Hong Kong, Japan, and also Switzerland, they are living up to 85 years, the average longevity. But ours is only 70 years. But anyhow, why we are far behind than other countries? As far as India is concerned, one of the biggest concern is more than 60 crore people in India out of 140 crore, they are not being given proper health care, not even average health care. They are far below in standard. And also overeating is the main concern for such far behind category. That is, it is astonishing that we have to improve ourselves. That's what we want to understand from these statistical reports. So how yogic practices would be good for your longevity? If your genes are in perfect condition, perfect activation, if the proteins are in perfect activation, if the hormones are in a balanced state, if your biological clock is in a perfect condition, if the neurotransmission in the brain, it would be appropriate, then definitely we can have our cellular health, metabolic health, and we can live for longer. So you might have known about the yogis, great yogis. Tirumular, they used to tell that he lived up to 3,000 years. Of course, might be controversial. But at present, we could see many, they lived more than 100 years. You take the example of Gautami, the first Buddhist lady monk. She lived 120 years. You take Krishnamacharya, he lived for more than 100 years. And his famous disciple, Indra Devi, actually she was a Russian. She came to India to learn yoga. She searched many places. She couldn't find a proper guru. Finally, she settled in Mysore and had Krishnamacharya as the guru. In those days, they won't teach much to women, but due to the compulsion of Maharaja, Mysore Maharaja, Krishnamacharya started teaching yoga for Indra Devi. After learning yoga, she went throughout the world, not only in Russia, in China, in European countries, America, South American countries. She propagated yoga, especially Hatha Yoga, and she lived 102 years. They are all telling that she is the first modern lady of yoga. So such an excellent record we are having, that if you follow yoga, you can live long. That's what Tirumular also tells. Oru noorum, arubadum, aarum சேர்ந்திட ஒரு 100ம் 60ம் 6ம் புகுவரை, ஒரு 100ம் 60ம் 6ம் எதிரிட ஒரு 100ம் 60ம் 6ம் புகுவரை. That's what he tells. In that sense, he is telling a man can live up to 166 years. But normally we used to tell 120 or 100. Let it be. That is not the botheration. How long we are living, that is not the botheration. How much quality oriented you are. That's what our icon, the legend, Dr. A. Murthy sir told, quality of life is important. You can come across Swami Vivekananda, Jesus, and also so many persons. Though they lived a short period, their contributions are enormous. So quality of life is very much important. So we need both. You have to live long and you have to be a quality oriented person. Yoga doesn't know how to cheat. If you do yogic practices physically, mentally, morally, socially, emotionally, spiritually, culturally, vitally, occupationally, educationally, environmentally, cosmic, sexual, in all angles, you will have total well-being, wellness. He doesn't know how to cheat. Everything you will have. It is for total well-being. So in that sense, you can live long and also your life will be quality oriented. That's why Jesus liked meditation. There are so many references that yogic scriptures and the teachings of Jesus are very much common. Jesus tells, kingdom of heaven is in you. Our Upanishads also teach us that each and every one of you a godly person. And also Jesus tells you have to love the neighbors. Tirumular also tells love is God. And Jesus tells you have to meditate. Even you no need to meditate. I will meditate for you. That's what Jesus told. At 22 places, the meditation is being placed in Bible. A great meditator, a great Raja Yogi, Jesus. And also he avoided unwanted diet pattern. He liked the Sattvic diet, he liked. Even we can see God's diet. That's what mentioned in Bible, God's diet. God's diet is nothing but almost it is like Sattvic diet. So both the scriptures, yogic scriptures and the teachings of Jesus are not different. Almost all, they are all on par with the same. So what we have to understand, even Dr. George Abraham told, yoga played a very vital role in this corona period, COVID-19 pandemic period. The loosening the joints are very popular, like warming up activities. Makarasana is very famous in asanas. Diaphragmic breathing, belly breathing, abdominal breathing is very popular in the world for the past 2 years. Linga Mudra, Prana Mudra, they are all very popular during this COVID pandemic period. Yoga Nidra. So yoga played a very vital role. Though it is originated, officially they are telling 5,000 years back, still it is helpful. So at the outset, what I want to tell you, if you want to love the society, if you want to promote yourself, if you want to promote you like a God, the statements of the Jesus are far acceptable in yoga also. So recently what we come across during the COVID-19 pandemic period, Harvard Medical School and Royal College of Physicians, they advised to go for 5 aspects. Plant diet, you take plant diet, do walking, do yoga, do meditation, have social cohesion, that is loving the neighbors, and also non-smoking. So these aspects they want to emphasize. These kind of principles Jesus followed. Now we can also follow these things. What Patanjali tells, follow 3 things in your life if you want to have all kind of health aspects, wellness. Do abhyasa, have vairagya, and Ishvara Pranidhana. Nothing but you have to do your exercises. That means you have to practice regularly. And you know very well, Christian prayer is very, very popular in the world. So practice is a must. If you want to sustain your capability as a godly-like person, you ought to do the practices. Second, vairagya, you have to discriminate. And also you should not have too much of concepts on materialistic things. Inner, that's what Jesus told. Kingdom of heaven within you. Inner development is needed. That's what Vairagya says. Ishvara Pranidhana, whichever you religion you belong, doesn't matter. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, have faith in God. Patanjali tells all these three things in his concepts in Yoga Sutras. But whether we are following these things, that we have to assess ourselves. அன்றைய முதியவர்கள் யாத்திரையில் கழித்தார்கள். இன்றைய முதியவர்கள் மாத்திரையில் கழிக்கிறார்கள். The doctor told to one diabetic patient, daily, sir, I am a diabetic patient, you give me some suggestions. Then doctor told, you do walking. You do regular walking. That's what Ayurveda also tells. Go for walking. அப்ப அந்த வயசானவர் சொன்னாரு, ஏதாவது நடக்கிற காரியமா சொல்லுங்க சார். So these things, Vairagya and Viveka, we have to have for the promotion of mental health, physical health, social, emotional, spiritual. So let us follow the principles of yogic scriptures and the teachings of Jesus, and let us be a godly-like person. If you follow those concepts, a normal person will become a godly person. Animal-like person will become a godly-like person. With these words, let us follow those principles. Let us lead a good life. Let us have longevity. And let us promote the world. That is the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to lead a happy life. When will you have happiness? If you do physical exercise, if you do yogic practice, if you do meditation, if you take balanced dietary patterns, with almost avoiding red meat, have balanced food habits, and finally you do service. That's what we are learning from Mother Teresa and Jesus. We are born to do service. So let us rededicate ourselves for doing service, for doing the service activities. The remaining things will occur on you, and we can promote ourselves to help the others. Mother's milk is not for mother, but for the child. The fruits given by the trees are not for the trees, but for the human beings. The fragrance of the flowers, not for the flowers, but for the entire mankind. So our life is not for ours, but for the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Really, it is a marvelous speech. More than that, again, you have proved that you are a very good orator. You have mentioned about longevity, then the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, and more than that, wherever you are mentioning with a quote, you will mention 22 places mentioned in Bible about our concentration, about yoga. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now over to Dr. Simpson, sir. Sir, please.
Good evening to all. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your crystal clear speech on the special day. Sir, you really enlightened us with your simple speech, sir. You have given a vast knowledge in this area. We readily take your words and we will follow the concepts of yoga and we will lead a long life. And also we would like to serve the society as you said, sir. As a token of love and gratitude, we would like to present a e-certificate to you, sir. Kindly accept.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I request Dr. Glory Darling ma'am to give an introduction about the resource person. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Dr. Anbu. Indeed, I feel it a great privilege to welcome the resource person, Dr. Palanisamy Gopalakrishnan, specialized in pure yoga, Hong Kong. He is a senior and a managing teacher. At the age of 8, Mr. Gopal started practicing yoga as an extracurricular school activity, practicing yoga poses with the schoolmates for inter-school competitions and performance sparkled him to further explore yoga. Sharing his yoga learnings with others and hearing that they felt better because of it motivated him to deepen his knowledge in yogic science. And after practicing yoga, Gopal feels that life has lifted him as a person to love, to serve, to be content, to give, and to elevate the mind of so many. For him, yoga is a way of life that emphasizes what is important, like humility, grace, kindness, breath, honoring your body, hope, change, stillness through a series of movements. And the movements are the vessels that carry this belief system through every inch of the body. And he also feels that yoga keeps everyone grounded through the hard times, rejoices with them in the good times, and heals everyone in the sad times. And he feels that it is a friend you can always count on. And also he feels that it's a place where you always belong. It is a time of stillness when you need calm. It is a place of energy when needed. Sir has given very good value about yoga. I think he's living on it. He's breathing on it. And he's highly qualified, and his qualification and certifications are, in 2013, he has received Universal Yoga Teacher Training with Andre Lapa. And he has also registered ERYT 500 Yoga Alliance Teacher, Shivananda Yoga Advanced Teacher Training in the year 2010. And Ashtanga Yoga Teacher Training with David Swenson in 2009. He has also received certified MUAY Thali instructor with AASFP in 2009. And he has also received a certified dance instructor in 2008, diploma in yoga therapy in 2005, Shivananda Yoga Teacher Training 2004, diploma in yogic sciences and education in 2003, diploma in naturopathy and yogic science 2000, and basically he has got his degree in bachelor's in science, that is chemistry, in the year 1999. Sir, indeed, we feel very happy to have you as a resource person here. Having yoga as a breath in your life, we are glad to hear from you about your thoughts on it. Sir, please.
Vanakkam. Good afternoon. Okay, for me, it's 7:30 p.m. For sure, for you, it's 5 p.m. Good afternoon to every one of you, and I don't know from where to start. Let me say there was a wonderful, excellent speech from George sir, Ilangovan sir, and Murthy sir. And I should say a big, huge thanks to Anbarasan sir for giving the opportunity for not being a speaker, but then for a good listener, I was just enjoying the whole period of time of listening to all these three wonderful people with such a wisdom, so much of wisdom. So I don't know what to say now because they had already spoke a lot, and then it was so inspiring. And okay, my name is Palanichami Gopalakrishnan. In short, people call me Gopal, and I'm living in Hong Kong. I came here in 2005, and then it's been like 17 years going on. And I'm working in a company here. It's called Pure Yoga and Pure Fitness. It's one of the Asia's biggest yoga studios. We have 12 centers, and we give 240 classes in a day to the students from morning 6 o'clock, and the last class we finished by 10:30 p.m. So it's being very busy in Hong Kong because the stress level is very much here. So that's one of the reasons why yoga is more than say glooming. It's very popular, and it's very fast. Things all goes very quick here. Like people all walk like having wheels in their feet. So that's why yoga really helps them to slow down, or helps them in so many ways. So I'd like to share something that I have been going through in this journey once I came out of India, and how I'm just going with this different culture people, because Hong Kong is not just Hong Kong people, it's a multicultural people of everyone is inside. So it's been experiencing kind of a good vibrations, and I'd like to share. And I'd like to take a moment and sit straight, close your eyes, and take a moment for a few breaths. I'm going to just introduce, or just to practice, a couple of simplified breathing exercises. You can practice this from anywhere, either from sitting, anywhere you can practice this once. So take a moment, sit taller, close your eyes. Once your eyes are closed, without rushing, slowly try to take your attention, draw your attention inwards. To direct your mind on one thing, let's focus on your breath. Feel the beauty of the rising and falling of your breath. Both inhalation and exhalation are very important in our practice. Every time you take an inhalation, set a good intention inside. And every time you exhale, feel grounded and connected in the place that where you are sitting or standing. I wish your mind stays with your body at this present moment, connecting it through your breath. Whenever you practice yoga, I wish your practice to be inside out. Whatever energy that you create from inside becomes the reflection of your practice outside. With this, let's slowly move on. Okay, first exercise is simplified dynamic breathing practice. You call modification of Bhastrika, or if you don't get the name, just forget, just only focus on your breath. This is how it goes. People feel lethargic, tired, lazy, and then feel like down. Practicing this kind of exercise within few seconds, it helps you awaken the energy and lift your spirit up. So when in a sitting position, sitting taller, just extending arms over the head. When arms goes up all the way, inhale, extension of the energy from arms, spine, trunk. When exhale, you make a fist and take this elbows to the side of the body. Exhale, force, and exhale, rush it out. So basically, it goes like in, exhale, in, exhale. Okay, let's try 30 seconds. All right, go ahead. And slow down. Place the hands over your knees, either palms facing down or facing up, or in Chin Mudra, or any gesture that makes you feel comfortable. Just bring the consciousness to observe your breath, and the consciousness in slowing down your breath. Okay, so gently open your eyes. And if you're practicing with me, let's do one more practice. This is another practice of, I can say, active and dynamic, where your inhalation happens as deep as you can. It helps to improve. Okay, this kind of practice can help you to improve the lungs capacity. It helps to increase the strength of the lungs, and helps to improve the blood circulation. So simple question, just gonna ask you to extend the arms in front, arms extend in the front. And when you close your fingers, make a fist, take it to the side of the body. Then I'm going to squeeze my elbows into my side of the body and expand the lungs and diaphragm breathing. And try to hold your breath for a couple of seconds. While exhale, slightly bring protraction to the back and forcefully let it go. The kind of rounding on the upper back, flushing all the air outside. Gently feel the contraction of the core on your abdomen muscles. So starting position, arms in front, make a fist, take it right to the side of the body. Mindfully inhale, awareness of expansion. Hold your breath. Those who are practicing with and consciously, hold your breath with the base lock, Mula Bandha, if you're clear about it. If not, just simply hold your breath without any tension in your face. And exhale. Keep your back straight, make a fist, take it right close to the side of the body. Mindfully inhale, consciously expand. Hold your breath. Exhale. Look front, make a fist, take it right close to the side of the body. Inhale, awareness of expansion. Hold your breath. Breathe out. 2 more times. Make a fist, take it slowly as right close to the side. No rush. Inhale, expand. Hold your breath. Breathe out. The last one, nice and slowly, make a fist, take it close to the side of the body. Inhale, awareness of expansion. Hold your breath. Out. Relax and place the hands over the thighs or the knees, and with the eyes closed, take a moment, take a couple of breaths. Good. So gently open your eyes and relax. Namaste to every one of you. I would like to start this session saying my gratitude and thanks to my parents, because what I'm now right here in front of you is all because of my parents, and also because of my teachers. And one of my physical education teacher who introduced this for me when I was like 8 years old, when I was studying in a Vivekananda school. And yeah, my gratitude goes to him and to so many yoga teachers who came across in my life. And last but not least, my students. My students are another best teacher who really inspired me to make myself to become better and better day by day. So these three people really plays an important role. And YMCA for me is something close to my heart, because during my childhood times, I am so much into sports, like weekends, I play for whole night on Saturdays, and then Sundays I sleep like anything. So I was so much into sports, and I really thought one day that I can do something in YMCA to study, but then it never happened. But then after all this journey, his life is like a circle. So feel so good that I can connect with YMCA in some other way. I mean, through yoga practice, through yoga. Okay, today's topic, yogic practices excel the human lifespan. Yes, one best example I can say in Hong Kong, I see people practicing at the age of 70, 80, 85. Even I have my own client who practiced with me alone, like a private yoga, who is in 90 years old. They are just amazing. They are one of my big inspiration to teach and to learn and also to share. So, okay, yoga practices, human lifespan, how to increase or how to keep it better. What we're going through now, recently this past 2.5 years, I got stuck completely in Hong Kong, where I never can come out of India. I mean, I missed to meet my family just because of this COVID thing, had made a lot of restrictions to travel. So, and it had lead a lot of ways stress to so many people everywhere in all over the world, especially also in Hong Kong. Okay, I'm just experiencing whatever I'm just experiencing in Hong Kong. There's a thousands and thousands of people lost job because the government has imposed strict restrictions saying that wherever people engage or gather, the places all has to be shut down. So fitness centers, spa, health, anything regarding with the health, restaurants and cinema theaters, entertainments, everything, park, everything is closed. And people working in all these places, everyone has to stay in home with no money. And I hope everybody knows this one. Hong Kong is one of the expensive cities to live in. Very expensive. Everything is expensive. So everyone has to run for money here. If not, you cannot survive here. So in this case, when we have to stay in home for like 4 to 5 months or 6 months in a year, it's very tough, especially for people in middle class or low middle class. It's very tough. So what happens? Two things happens very easily for everyone: stress and anxiety. Stress is something which can lead towards you. For example, your behavior becomes aggressive when you're like so much in stress, and then we might hurt ourselves or we might hurt someone. It may be through words or through any kind of actions. And so we have to be assertive, but cannot react. So we are actually born with a kind of time pressure. So we also train ourselves to be in a kind of a time pressure, like, okay, I have to take shower in 5 minutes. I have to finish my breakfast in 10 minutes, which is good. But then if constantly it becomes a habit, or when you feel like putting yourself in like kind of negative things which comes in your mind, that might lead to tension, and the tension might lead to stress. And that stress also might, basically through emotions, you might lead to stress, and that might make us feel suffer. So some things what you can do can help you to lead or to deal this thing, stress. One, socialize, speak out, talk to your friends and speak out, be truthful, and then open up yourself from your heart so that you don't store any kind of stress from here or from here. Sorry, just get a call. I just need to cut it. Sorry. And that is one, socializing. Regulate the diet. Diet plays a vital role in your practice. Diet or food brings a kind of happy mood, and it helps to energize and secrete some happy hormones. And food really plays an important role. So example, I try my best to talk to my clients or to students to say that please make sure that you don't eat late. and then ask them to make sure that you be aware of what you're eating, because there's a saying that what you eat, that what you become. So eating habit is very important. So eat good food, more vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds. All these things are very good. I would say the evil things that what a person can do for yourself, saying as excuse of stress, tobacco, smoking, drinking, or just saying all this. Sometimes even people say excuse that socialize here, drink. So, but then all these things are evil things, are very evil things, which can really take the lifespan, and then everything goes in negative direction. So food is very important. And then pranayama, breathing. Having some simplified breathing practice really helps you to bring calmness to the mind, because the beauty of yoga practice is all about slowing down the process of the whole thing, the whole system. So when you learn how to breathe, and when you learn how to slow down your breathing, it helps to bring some calmness to the mind. When mind is calm, it helps to direct you to a proper direction, and helps you to direct you towards what you need to focus. So breath really plays an important role. And then meditation. Meditation does wonders. Most of the time in yoga practice, people always, what comes first is asanas. Or westernized, when people practice, they love doing crazy postures and then compete themselves and try to compete and then do. But then what happens is end of the day, they all suffer with some back pains and side effects and all so many things. So basically you practice, they come into practice yoga for health, wellness, but then when they go back, they will go to physiotherapists and chiropractic practitioners to fix their body. It's something which happens in Hong Kong. People very much crazy about asanas. And yes, so meditation really helps a lot. Meditation is a beautiful thing. It's a huge thing, but then you don't need to really think about doing a big process of like, I need to close my eyes and sit for 1 hour, 2 hours. It doesn't mean that is only like you need to practice. Start with a little bit. So I can say less is more. I'll just like to share what I do usually. Every day when I wake up, with eyes closed, I sit up and I try to talk to myself, to a Supreme Soul, or I bring my parents in my mind, or bring the Supreme Soul, the God in my mind, then pray to myself that I wish this day becomes a good day for me, wish I have a good thing I can do for everyone. Let me be pure, let me be kind, let me be gratitude, let me show gratitude, let me be grounded in things, what I do. It just takes me 2 to 3 minutes. I just sit down and close my eyes. So that small 3 minutes really helps me to set a kind of a good positive energy to start my day. And every day before I go to sleep, I sit down for 2 to 3 minutes. I close my eyes and I thank to the God. I thank to the persons who made this day beautiful and happy and energetic, and made the day more helpful for my own self. And also I thank God for giving this day and this opportunity to spend this day in a nice way. So these are simple things. And then if you can prolong it from 2 to 3 minutes and 5 minutes, depends upon time. So just try a little bit of time, and there are many ways of practice meditation. Maybe one simple way, like you just sit down, close your eyes, and try to either focus on conscious about how your breath is moving inside the system, or you can think about, or you can just visualize or gather all the sounds that comes around the atmosphere or around your place. So that is another way to draw attention towards one thing that can really help you a lot. So one is stress. Asana practice also really helps to release stress. When you practice asana, what comes again first is the breath. How you take control of the breath will help you to keep yourself in a present moment and stay connected in practice, and yields beneficial and also productivity in your practice. Number 2 comes is anxiety. So the whole world is in tension, and the one root cause of anxiety, people most of the time thinking negative. So thinking negative is something which is easy for the mind to take it. So example, people feel like, okay, I have to, if you have a small things like small anxious, little things is good. For example, when I was going to present this session, I was little anxious. Oh my God, there are huge scholars and all. I was like, how am I going to present the session? I was a bit anxious, but then I was grounded and happy to share. But then if that anxiety grows in daily life for everything that you do, that is not good. So that creates kind of imbalance in your system. So so basically focus on your work. I mean, when you have anxiety, the focus on your work might become bad, and your sleeping quality will get very badly affected. And eating habit, when there is kind of anxiety, your eating habit gets affected. So all these things are not good for your physical health, or not good for the lifespan. But then how to deal this anxiety? Again, simple things. Mind is always thinking a lot. You can never stop thinking your mind. So try your best to direct your mind in a certain way, with a good positive thinking, and direct the mind in a good way, and do some physical activities every day. It's not just, okay, in case you're not really into yoga, you're not really clear about how to practice yoga, simple things, walk. And when you walk with conscious of the breath, like make yourself, okay, I'm walking for 4 steps, I take inhalation. Then I walk for 4 steps, I do exhalation. So just connect the breath and do anything that you do in your life, walking, jogging, running, swimming, or any kind of sports. Yoga is I'm not sure people say yoga is a sport, but then for me, yoga is the best tool for any kind of sport. Yoga is the best tool for any kind of sport, because it really helps you to focus, concentrate, calm, and it does wonders. So practicing breath again plays vital role in bringing control on your anxiety things. So, and from asana practices, when you anxiety, the digestive, this part gets very much affected because of irregular eating habit. Digestion gets, so simple practices like Pavana Muktasana, wind elimination, so how to release. So simple practices really helps a lot. So remember stress. So I'm just addressing stress and anxiety. Apart from this, to live a healthy, lifespan, healthy lifestyle, there are a few things I'd like to address. One, eating habit. Eating habit is very important. What time you eat and what you eat, the quantity of food is important. When I say quantity, it's not about how much you eat. I mean how much you eat. I mean how good you eat, or the quality of food is very important. And please try your best to avoid these things. When I say 3 evil things, the tobacco, smoking, drinking, and also there is another evil things, carbonated juices, Coke, Pepsi, whatever, they're like evil things. They are killing us. I feel sometimes very sad and bad to know and to see that we pay money and buy this carbonated juices, drink, and we kill our system. And then we go to the doctor, again pay money, then ask them to treat us because of immune system is not good. But then everything we are doing everything for our own self, which is very bad and sad. So as a yoga teacher, I really feel whenever I talk to persons, I always ask them, please don't take carbonated juices, drink water. Water is the main source, and it's beautiful. Drink water as much as you can, or take lemon water, add lemon in it, but then avoid taking carbonated juices. Even drinking or even taking a juice, a fruit juice, make sure they don't put any sugar, do not add sugar in it, and try as much as you can to avoid packed foods. That is also preservative foods. For sure, they have chemicals because they like to preserve it for so many months or years. So basically, they're not going to be that healthy for sure. So maybe we have to be very aware and conscious about what we eat. And that really makes a lot of difference in having a lifespan. So food habit is very important. Sugar, be very, very aware of food, what we eat and how much sugar is there. And then carbs is really important to know about it. And 2 is sleeping habit. Hope everybody knows that, we have this Brahma Muhurtam, or like the time to sleep. Night 10 to 4 o'clock is the best time to sleep. And even few hours that you sleep in between this period of time, it recharges you. That's the science behind. But then sleeping really makes a lot of difference in keeping you functioning more active the next day process. So sleeping habit is very important. Sleep early, wake up early. You will have a long day to accomplish so many things, so many tasks, and everything happens good. When I say task, people has this one. People I used to see in Hong Kong, oh, I like to do multitask. Oh, I like to do so many things at one time. But then what happens is when it comes in productivity, it is not that good because they want to put their mind in so many things, but never focus to do one thing at a time. So I really feel doing one thing at a time, slowing down yourself and focus on it and put all your mind and heart into it, that really brings a lot of productivity and yield to the thing that you are trying to do. So sleeping apnea is good. It's very important. So the next one is practice. Any kind of practice is good. And if you're practicing asana practice, be aware that your practice is very clear on two things: alignment and adjustment. Learn or explore yourself and how to align or to put your body in a certain positions. That really makes a lot of difference, because I feel personally, when you put your body in a right condition, you will get right benefits very clearly for sure. But then if you do a practice not clear, or putting your body in a misaligned position, your body for sure might and lead to getting some side effects. So whenever you are on the mat, I always tell this one. Always I talk to my students in the class, slow down. I always use the word slow down. Don't rush, don't force, don't compete, don't compare. Slow down the process, learn to slow down the breathing, and these things really cultivates to feel you more grounded. So practice, constant practice important. Sometimes people say, oh, I practice yoga weekly once or 10 days once or monthly once. No, yoga is a beautiful process of living life. It's a way of life and it's a process. Do not worry about the results. Just focus on the process. Every day, just do a very little. Even if you cannot be physically challenging, just sit and close your eyes and observe your breathing. Do something that helps you to keep you motivated and have a good thinking and have a clear thoughts. So practicing asana practice or breathing practice or any kind of functional practice is very vital and important. And especially, I always go with breath as very important thing. Breath helps in so many ways. Basically, it decreases the psychological stress taking a deep breath actively, it helps to activate the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve which is main component of the parasympathetic nervous system, and it controls and measures the activity of internal organs. And it also helps to stimulate and allow as the state of mind to bring the calmness to the entire body or bring some relaxation to the muscles, and helps to keep a good balance in the blood pressure. So breath does a lot of things. Breath even helps to improve the circulation, the blood flow, and helps to keep the organs function more active. And I can say a lot about breath. Breath is beautiful. So please breathe more consciously. Even no matter you're walking or in your bus, you're traveling, very simple. Just sit, close your eyes, and start to feel the flow of the breath going inside. And in an equal range, like take 3 seconds of inhale, a pause, 3 seconds of inhale, exhale, and 4 seconds of inhale, 4 seconds of exhale. So connect everything in your breath, in your daily life, really makes a lot of changes and helps to bring kind of good balance and helps to control the emotional state of our body and mind. Breath does wonders. And yeah, so basically, if you want to conclude, I would say plan your day. Having a planned day, that really helps a lot. And every day, take a moment. When you start the day and when you close the day, take a moment and thanks to the Almighty, to the God, to the Supreme Soul, or to the parents for bringing you to this state and for what you are. It does helps you a lot. And yes, so I hope you enjoy the session. If I have to correct something, let me know. I would love to correct it. Thank you, everyone, for your patience and to listen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Really, very excellent way you have given, because simplified way of doing yoga to expand our life, and his own few practices about the pranayama, and even sitting for about more than 1 hour, just because nowadays people are feeling so tough to sit with Padmasana in the floor. So in that way, just we have said more about the diet and then how we have to lead our life for the long expansion. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh,
And,
thank you so much, sir. Thank you to
yeah.
every one of you. I'm
Yeah.
so blessed to be part of this event. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you. Now, I would like to call Dr. Komala ma'am to present the e-certificate. Komala ma'am, please.
Good evening, sir. It's really wonderful session. You have given a nice thing, that means the eating habit, meditation and everything. You have opened our eyes. We really realized when you have given the breathing exercise and even the walking, while walking, we have to breathe 4-step inhale and 4-step exhale. It is really useful for everyone. It is no need to sit and do the exercise. And we can walk while walking also, we can do that. Really good, sir. I'm really happy to see this session. And on behalf of the YMCA College of Physical Education and Management, I'm proud and fortunate to honor you with the e-certificate, sir. So please kindly accept our honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Komala ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Lord. Now, I like to propose vote of thanks on behalf of management, YMCA College of Physical Education, correspondent secretary, principal sir, administrative sir, and executive secretary, Moses sir. So I like to thank personally for their enormous support to organize this 8th International Yoga Day webinar conference. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable support given to me. And I'd like to thank none other than the leading personality, legendary person, Professor A.M. Murthy, sir, for his wonderful chief guest address. And I like to thank Dr. R. Ilaguvan, sir. He is a role model to us. He is well established in physical education as well as yoga. And whenever he used to present with a quoting updated knowledge, really wonderful keynote address you have given, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable presence. And I like to thank our resource person, today's resource person, Palanisamy Balakrishnan, sir, and Gopalakrishnan, sir. And really, it is a motivated speech. And what is facing today, that's a current scenario, how yoga is useful to our life, really fantastic way you have explained it. Thank you very much for your valuable presence. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to Dr. S. Johnson Premkumar, sir, Dr. Jackson, sir, Dr. Prabhu, sir, Dr. Simpson, sir, Dr. Glory Darling Margaret, Dr. J. Komala, and our computer faculty, Mrs. Mebelda ma'am, and office staff, Mr. Aswin, sir, and all the staff members who have supported this program in a great success by directly and indirectly support rendered by them. Thank you, sirs. Once again, thanks a lot for your valuable presence. There is none other than that the participants of this great mega event. Last but not least, my sincere thanks to all the participants to make this function in a grand success. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone, and thanks to the organizing secretary also.
Thank you, sir. Thanks,
Dr. Ponnan Brisu, for his great effort and tireless work to accomplish this program in a successful way.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.